Hello, everyone. It's Lori Staley, Addicted Stamper with Stampin' Up. And it is Sunday night at 8, so it is time for our coffee and cards. If you are here with me, make sure you say hello, give me a shout out, a like or a love. Hey, Carol, good to see ya. How you doing? I'm going to share this over on my VIP page real quick. There we go. All right. Hello. Hi, Ashley. Hey, Lisa. Hi, Sharon. Hey, Emmy. Oh, thank you for sharing, Sharon. All right. Hey, Thelma. Hi, Jerry. Excellent, excellent. Now, everybody found the file, right, over on, well, we're not going to move that. I was going to try to move something, but it didn't. It wants to take the light down, so we're not going to do that. Hey, Betty. Hi, Valerie. Hey, Jen. Thank you guys for sharing. I appreciate that so much. It's helping. It is definitely helping me, so I appreciate it. All right. So, hope everybody had a good week. Hey, Karen. Hey, Jeannie. Good to see you guys. Uh-oh, we may have a visitor. I'm not sure if she's going to get on camera. Nope. She's so funny. She walks directly towards me, and then I have my camera stand and a light stand, like literally there might be 4 inches there. And she does an immediate left turn and slides right through there. It's one of the cats, in case you're wondering who she is. Hi, Carol. Oh my goodness. Are you? Yeah, you are back. That's right, because you came and picked stuff up. Oh, but she's going to sit to my right and supervise me tonight. It's Ivy. She's one of our females. So, all right. Hey, let's get down to business, shall we? We are on March 27th, which I don't really know how that happens, but here we are on March 27th. My gosh. So we're down to just a few days for you to earn these amazing cards. These are the just cards for this month. Minimum $30 product order on my website using this host code, and you will earn these card kits. Everything is done for you. All the die cutting, all the embossing, the embellishments are there. The bows are tied. It's all done with the exception of stamping, right? So if you don't have the turtle and you don't have the greetings that I used, or you don't have the lighthouse, you can substitute anything that you might have. They sure do go by fast. And then, of course, if you're local to me, you can do a porch pickup, or you can join us for the class in April. And I should have looked to see what that date is, but I didn't. So I will post that on my page. If you are planning on coming to class, please let me know, because I do have limited space, still trying to, keep everybody as safe as we can. So I just need to know in advance. So those are the cards that you can earn. If you're long distance, we mail the kits to you. We do ask for postage at this time, and that is about $4 for the kits. Okay. All right. And you get envelopes with them. You get a color PDF with step-by-step instructions. So if you're doing it at home, you should be all good. The other thing I wanted to show you is this cute little kit. This is my Easter class to go kit. Isn't this adorable? So we used, of course, Easter Friends, right? That cute little stamp set with the bunny and the chicks, and it also has a duck in it. And then I did little flowers with rhinestones on the letters just to give it a little bit more fun spring effect. Of course, that beautiful fresh freesia gingham. Guys, I only have 2 of these kits left. I only thought I had 1, and then I found another frame. So I do have 2 kits left. It's $28. You get the frame, you get all the letters, all the flowers die cut for you. The letters that I used are old retired letters, so it's not something that you can purchase, but it's $28 plus postage if you're long distance. And I can get that for you if you're interested in the kit. You will also receive a full pack of rhinestones. You receive a sheet, just one sheet of the regular dimensionals and one sheet of the mini dimensionals. And you get a set of So Saffron blends. You can absolutely add on Easter Friends if you don't have it. We can put that all together for you, and then I'll ship it all as a complete package for you. So if you are interested in this, don't wait, because I am cutting reservations off on the 30th. And as I said, I only have 2 kits left. You'll also get a color PDF for this as well, right? So you'll have step-by-step instructions. And basically, it's pretty self-explanatory when you see the picture, but I give you the measurements to come in from the side so that you can get it as centered as you possibly can, right? That's the key here, I think. So anyway, 28 bucks plus postage long distance, local porch pickup, of course, just the 28 flat. All the materials, not the stamped images, can't do that, but everything is punched and die cut. You get a pack of rhinestones, you get the sheets of the regular and the mini dimensionals and the So Saffron blends. If you already have the So Saffron blends, you can absolutely tell me that and let me know what color you would like in exchange for it, okay? But again, that cuts off on, I think it's Wednesday. So make sure you get to me and reserve that, because when they're gone, they're gone. I'm not going to find any other frames here. I can guarantee it, because I did look when I found that one. All right. So you probably saw your name on there, didn't you, Carol Deegan? Carol Deegan is the winner of the cards that we did on Thursday with Welcoming Window. Which I'm happy to say it is still available, even though it's on the retiring list, so you can still grab that. There's a lot that has sold out already, but there's still a lot of great things left. 2 of the things that I know I talk to you about all the time is some reinkers for the retiring in colors. Just Jade and Bumblebee reinkers have retired. So, but Carol Deegan, I will be sending these your way. All right. All right. I think that covers everything I had to share with you as far as business goes. Of course, the Waves of the Ocean promotion still going on. I'm going to call them tomorrow, because I don't think it has this. The designer series paper, the foils, and the rhinestones are not appearing as they've sold out, which is surprising and exciting. So I don't think that ends on March 31st, right? They said while supplies last, and the promotion dates are from March 1st to May 2nd. So I think even into April, if you haven't grabbed it yet, you'll be able to do that, okay? So that is still going on. Of course, the mini die cut machine special, right? Look, he sits right there. I can just reach over and grab him. I love it. 20% off that. That makes that $48, which is a really good deal. If you saw my post about price increases coming, that is going up from 60 to 63 in the new catalog. So that's kind of a good deal to grab that at 48. And then of course the 13 different bundles, which of course Welcoming Window is on there. So, but it's also on the retired list. So anyway, keep those things in mind. They go away. The bundles definitely go away in the machine at the end of the 31st. Okay. Yes, you did, Shirley. You're going to love it. It is fabulous. And if you haven't watched any of my YouTube videos, I did some cards with that over there as well. So you can go over and check that out. It's Addicted Stamper, Lori Staley over on YouTube, which I'll be live there tomorrow night at 8. So you can always come out and hang out with me. Okay, so we are going to do a fun fold. Look how cute this is. And this is the fabulous Sweet as a Peach set. Oh, I see hearts already. Okay. Love this set. It is retiring, I'm sad to say, but it's a great set. And it has the coordinating dies with it. Okay, so those are fabulous. All these tiny little leaves, they're so cute. And then of course, all the little flowers, the peach, the larger stamped image right here. Okay, and then your flowers, you have a die for those, and your smaller peaches. So really a nice bundle. I didn't actually use any of the dies on this particular card, but you absolutely could. And of course, everything on there or in there will go into the mini machine, right? So always a good thing to have that option available to you. We are going to use some pear. Hi, Sheila. Pear Pizzazz and some Calypso Coral are our coordinating colors. And as I said, you will find all the measurements and all of that over on the VIP page, Stamp with Lori, Addicted Stamper. If you're not a member, request to join. And I will be checking it when we get off tonight so I can get those approved and you can get in there and get the measurements. And the reason I'm creasing that with my thumbnail is because apparently my bone folder went for a walk. So you shouldn't do this with your scissors, but I just did. All right. And then I have the smaller piece. We're going to do some layering to get us started. Calypso Coral. So again, our base is Pear Pizzazz. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, it's a fun fold. I love this fold. It's an easy one, right? I'm trying to give you guys some easy stuff. I don't know if that's for your benefit or for my benefit right now, because I don't know what direction I'm turning some days. Yeah, I had no idea what I was going to be facing with my mom's passing, but let me tell you, it's a lot. It's a lot. And she had a lot organized and done for us. So, you know, it's kind of crazy. So this is one of the patterns in the peach paper, the coordinating designer paper, but I couldn't decide. So we're going to do one with this pattern as well. And then you can tell me which one you like better, because I really couldn't decide when I was making it. I liked them both. One of the things I think that makes me the saddest, I fall in love with a lot of the designer papers. I mean, let's face it, Stampin' Up! Has some amazing designer papers. And so I'm like, oh my goodness, I have all this beautiful paper. And if you know me, you know, I don't always, as I show you an Easter kit that you can't get the letters for, I don't always show you things or stamp with things that you can't get, right? I feel like that's kind of mean. In my home decor classes, I tend to, because in my opinion, nothing's off limits there. And so many times, like with the letters, we have to have those specialty type things, right? But so when the paper retires, then I have to not use it anymore. And that makes me sad. All right, so we have this. And then I was going to go with the cute little peaches on the front. So we're jazzing this up just a little bit on both sides. Both that front panel and then this flip panel, if you will. And did you see what I did? That's all what I did. I can still use this really pretty pale papaya and white ribbon, but only if I can get this off. That's what happens when I get talking. And this ribbon is retiring as well. And it really is pretty. It coordinates with pale papaya, of course. So we're going to just put this down here close to the bottom. It looks pretty good. Grab my scissors. So I know not all of you live where I live, but we literally had snow today. I can't tell you how many times we had snow today. It was several. It was several. And I keep reminding my husband that it is still March. But I think both of us are so ready for spring and done with the cold weather that we're a little disappointed that we had snow today. Not a lot. It's not laying. It's laying on our deck. It's definitely laying on the deck out back, but it's not laying like in the yard or anything. But still, really, snow? Thought we were going into spring. All right, so we got all that done. I'm going to work on the stamped images, and we're going to bring in the big peach, and we're going to bring in Have a Peachy Day from the stamp set, and we're going to bring in the leaves and the stem. We are using a couple different colors here. So of course our stems are going to be in Pear Pizzazz. And then we're going to use pale papaya. I'm having a problem saying that word. and the Calypso Coral. And I'm going to show you a fun shading technique. So we're going to start with the peach itself. Hey, Cheryl. I know, right? Me too. Oh, you had 70 degrees in the sun. Carol Deegan, I'm jealous. At least 6 times. There you go, Ashley. Ashley just, she probably lives closer to me than anybody else on here right now. Oh, and you had snow. Yeah, that's true. You just came home from South Carolina. Yeah, I know. I'm done with it. Send me all the snow you want. I would love to, Emmy. All right, so we have pale papaya. We're going to ink up the peach. And before we stamp it, I'm going to open up the Calypso Coral. And I'm going to take a sponge dauber. Now, these are a staple in my studio. I use the sponge daubers for all kinds of things, this being one of the techniques. And we are just going to pounce some Calypso Coral on the one side of the peach to give it some shading, some darker coloring. It was 80 something in Texas. All right, rub it in, guys. I'm happy for you and jealous for me. And can you see the shading that brought in for us? Right, we've got all this great darker color and then the lighter peach on that side. I love that technique. And you can do that with pretty much any stamp. Highlight where the sun or the light's going to hit it, and then add some shadow with a coordinating color to the background. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's go ahead and stamp our leaves. There it is. And I'm doing that with Pear Pizzazz. So cute. Love this. I tried to zoom in tonight, but it didn't let me. So there you can see that. Well, it did, and then it took it away from me. And I was running late, so I didn't have time to figure that out. 36 Sharon. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I know. We're gonna. I think it's highly unlikely that my husband and I will live in this house forever. Really, and he grew up in Corning, New York, but he really doesn't like cold, wind, snow, any of that garbage. So I have a sneaking suspicion that at some point in our future, I'll be seeing some other kind of scenery. It's 29 here now. Oh, Carol's Easer lives really close to me too. How cute is this? I like those little peaches in the background. Let me grab some dimensionals. I'm going to try to straddle that ribbon, which is why I kind of left the center open. And did you know when we were talking about the shading? So what I do, I don't wash my sponge daubers. Just kind of like my blending brushes. I don't really wash my blending brushes either. But what I do is I have a labeler in my studio and I just label my sponge daubers. Most of my sponge daubers are still handwritten because I've had them forever. These things last forever. So you don't have to replace them very often unless you do something really crazy that roughs up the tip, and then you might have to replace it. But make sure you label them because you think you're going to remember. And you don't. And you don't. All right, let's go ahead and get our inside done here. So address labels and your beautiful handwriting or an actual label maker, if you have one of those, all of that will work. Well, I put all my sweatshirts away and now I had to pull them all back out. So, okay. So yeah, so this is our fun fold for tonight, right? And then I have a scrap buster for you that we're going to work on too. So we did the Have a Peachy Day on the outside. Here's what we're going to do on the inside. We're going to add some little flowers down there. I'm going to use our pale papaya as our base. Scissors out of the way. These little flowers are in that set, the peach set. Put them down there in the corner. And then there's this tiny little flower center. So we're going to add some accent with Calypso Coral. And then we'll do our happy birthday in our accent of Pear Pizzazz. And again, this is one of those times where I took my ink colors right from the designer series paper. These are the colors in the designer series paper. And if you flip your designer series paper packages around and look at the back, you will find all of the colors that are used in that particular pack of paper listed on the back of the packaging. So if you're ever wondering what colors are in there, or if you're ever wondering, now this is tricky, right? Because this is going to open this way. So we want to put our inside piece on the left, which is counterintuitive. So we have to pay attention when we do that. And then all you do is you get this lined up and you put it on, and we're going to put adhesive on the back. Now I am going to attempt to use my Seal Plus because I want something a little bit stronger. Tiny little strips so that I don't tear the paper, because I swear this got stronger since the last time I used it. It is a pretty fold, and it's a great fold, and it's an easy fold. And then I'm going to just line this up so I have a little bit of the paper showing here and a little bit of the paper showing there. And ideally, I'm going to get it straight on the first try. What do you think? And I'll burnish that a little bit. Now I'm using my hand. Even if my bone folder was here, I probably would not use my bone folder to do this, because what can happen with the bone folder, especially if you apply just a little too much pressure, because we have all this extra or bulk, if you will get maybe some creasing or some fold lines on the back as it goes over the thicker sections. So I always use my hand on the back. And then I need to find my gems, because we're going to add a couple of in colored gems on here. Let me grab those. I always think I have everything in the project box, and then I don't. All right, so these are the in color jewels, and we're going to use the peach or the pale papaya. I've got one large one there. I'm going to put one large one down on the other side of the peach, right about there. And then I've got some small ones too. Just going to add him right there. All right, so there is project number 1. And it is a fun fold, but it's an easy fun fold tonight. And which designer series paper combination do you like? Do you like the one on the left, or do you like the one on the right? Let me know. Let me know while I clean up and get the next project out. Remember to like, comment, love, and share the video, and you will be entered to win the cards that I designed tonight. And they're fun ones. And of course, for that circle, for the circle and the Pear Pizzazz scallop edge circle, I did use the layering circle dies. Thank goodness they're coming back, huh? You like the one on the right? Yeah. Oh, there's a left. There's a left. Okay, good, right. All right, see, so I wasn't the only one. Y'all are with me. I just could not decide. So I thought, well, why not show you both of them? And then whoever is the winner, when we announce that on Thursday, I will let you pick which pattern that you like. Okay. But yeah, I think they're both very pretty. All right. So that is project number 1. Now, I am very sorry to say that what I chose to use for this project tonight, hey, Christy, has retired and it's gone. It's sold out. I think the punch is still available. I didn't see the punch on the retired list, but the stamp set is gone. So if you have a way to create your turtle and you want the punch, I think you can still get that. But isn't this cute? And look, how many of us have these little strips of designer series paper laying around that we just don't know what to do with, but we can't throw them away, right? So we're going to make this cute little card. This could be a children's birthday card. If you've got a thing with your hubby with turtles, it could be your hubby's card, a baby shower card, whatever you would like. But the other thing that I'm using that hostesses are able to get, and you still have time, especially if you have a lot of things on the retiring list that you want, to put in a minimum $150 product order and grab that Pattern Party 12 by 12 designer series paper pack of 48 sheets. There's 12 different patterns in it and you get 4 sheets of each. So that is such a good deal. It's $18 with $150 party. You would get $15 in hostess credit. So the pack would cost you $3 for 48 sheets of cardstock, right? Okay, so that's the paper that I'm using, is that Pattern Party paper. Of course, my card base is our thick Whisper White. Why didn't I grab a bone folder when I was up, guys? Who knows? And then we're bringing in some Granny Apple Green. So apparently I am a green girl all of a sudden because I'm using a lot of green these days. And you know, I've told you before, that is not my favorite color. Hey, Angie. Hey, Lisa. All right, so this is, the other thing I didn't mention, if you're not a Brights girl, which this was a hard card for me because I'm definitely not a Brights girl, the back is all black and white patterns. Some are stronger white, some are stronger black, but they're all black and white patterns, which you know I love those. All right, so, but yes, I have a ton of these little strips of pattern paper, designer paper, laying around, and I'm always trying to come up with a scrap busting idea. So that's what we got tonight. Because again, I can't bring myself to throw them away. How about you? Trying to make that, there we go, trying to make that even. All right, so again, you'll find the measurements and the directions, and not the directions, the measurements and the supplies that I used, or what you would bring to a mystery stamping night, over in my VIP group, Addicted Stamp with Lori, Addicted Stamper. And if you're not a member, you can request membership. I'll be looking at that after we get off tonight to approve anybody. So you can grab that file that has all the measurements and, you know, what size stamp to use and all that. And then you can watch the replay if you want to create the card. Anybody stamp this weekend? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stamp and punch before I mount those strips. So we got lots of colors going on. So of course this was Turtle Friends. Such a cute stamp. Lots of events. That's not the word I'm looking for, but anyway, lots of different types of stamps in here. Oh, you stamped some birthday cards. Good. Oh, you were at camp this weekend. Oh, I bet you were cold. Valerie stamped. Oh, you're making Easter cards. Excellent. Good. All right. So, and then of course the coordinating punch for the turtle. We're going to use that because I did punch this guy out. We are going to stamp him in shaded spruce. And just going to put him right here. Oh, good. You were in a cap. Always important. And then I'm going to do his shell in Granny Apple. So cute. So cute. And then believe it or not, I've got soft sea foam to color him in with. I know that's a little crazy, but that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to lay some dark soft sea foam down where there would be shadow, right? So underneath the shell on both of his legs and coming up his neck. And just a little bit on his tail. I start with the darker shade. Oh, you had to make sympathy cards? Yeah. You just got back from, I know where you were, Lisa. You were seeing that grandbaby. Because then I can go over the edge that the dark leaves as I'm adding the lighter color and just kind of blend that in. You can absolutely lay your lighter down first, then go back with your dark. Do it however it works for you. But I find that if I do the light first, add the dark, typically I end up going back over it to blend the line. I found some googly eyes today. I almost was going to put a googly eye on him. Wouldn't that be cute? I spent the whole day stamping for maybe exception of like an hour. So that was good. All the Freebie Fridays for April are done. So I can get those scheduled to come out to you every Friday if you're on my mailing list. And if you're not on my mailing list, make sure you sign up for it because we get some fun. What do you think of the Freebie Fridays? Do you like the projects that come out on Fridays? And then we're going to use the dark shaded spruce to do his little toenails. All right, so we're going to punch him out. And as you can see, he fits into this punch really nicely. So those of you that have it, yay. Those of you that don't, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. So he's ready to go. We are going to stamp "You Are Turtly Loved" across the top there. And I'm pretty sure I did that in the shaded spruce as well. I did. Oh, good. I'm so glad. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm glad you like them. They are projects that I don't show anywhere else. They don't come out of club. They don't, they're not a live that we do. So those are exclusive to you guys that are on my mailing list. All right, so You Are Totally Loved. And then I'm going to put him down here. And I thought it would be cute. Put a little bird up there. And my intention was to stamp the bird in this color, which was not Pacific Point. So we're going to stamp him in Bermuda Bay tonight. For some reason, I grabbed Pacific Point when I made the card up. And I'm like, I'm not going to change it now. But we'll try it in Bermuda Bay. So again, the person that wins the project will get to pick. I'm going to tape him down first. We'll get to pick their bird color, if you will, Pacific Point or Bermuda Bay. All right, glasses have to come off for this one, and hopefully my head does not end up in the camera, but ooh, I got to get his little feet right on that turtle shell. And I did. I just think they're cute together. All right, so we can, and I was going to pop the turtle up until I decided to put the bird on, and I didn't really want to fussy cut that bird, so, but you can if you want to. Before we do anything else, let's go ahead and stamp our inside. And this, I am making this into a happy birthday card, right, with the Granny Apple Green. And then those little hearts are also in this kit, in this stamp set. So that's pretty cool, huh? Then we'll just add some red hearts. Ooh, dang. There we go. Cute inside to go with our cute card front. And then we're going to mount these. Now, these are mounted with dimensionals. So I'm kind of hoping. Oh, good. I have an extra. I have a couple of sheets here, so we're good. I should have put these on ahead of time. At least on some of them, huh? So we'll see how fast Lori can add dimensionals to the back of the cardstock. And I did 5 down each one, which I'm sure you had plenty of time to count those as I was doing it, right? All right, let's see here. And then bring my take your pick tool back in. I can usually get at least 3 up and keep them in my hand. I know he's so cute. He really is. Make sure your hearts or whatever your pattern designer series paper is going in the right direction, right? So I'm going to do the ones on the ends, and then that allows me, I'm usually pretty good at getting it lined up with the edge, but then I can get the center between the two. That's my trick for doing it. How's that look? Well, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. All right, and one more. But if you don't have this take your pick tool, guys, and you've heard me say this before too, this is such a workhorse in my studio because it has the pointy tip. It has the putty tip, which, I mean, I love that. Even when I drop something on the floor, I can take this and put it down, right? And then you flip it around and it has a spatula. How cool is that? Plus, you can get the die brush to take your pieces out of your detailed dies and add it to it. So I know the Take Your Pick tool by itself is $10. I honestly don't know what the die brush is, and I should, but I don't. But $10 and it does all those fun things. Yeah, it's so worth it. All right, so we've got our 3 pieces on there. There goes some of our scraps. Yay. Love, love, love getting rid of my scraps, using them up. We're going to put the turtle right here in the center. Like that. Then we're going to bring in some of the polished dots as our little bling. I see lots of hearts. Thank you. Thank you so much. Well, I put my little pointy piece away, huh? I'm better with the point or the putty end when I'm doing this versus the spatula end. And then if it just refuses to come, I'll just grab the putty end. Okay, so there we go. There we have our cute little turtle. Even though he's gone, you can adapt this to anything else. Was the brush 9? Okay. Okay, good. Good, good, good. Yeah, you can use any designer paper with this pattern. You can put any image on there that you like. You could even use this for the window, the welcoming window that we did on Thursday, right? With some wood grains or some of the patterns out of In Good Taste, because that is on special, right? That's discounted. So that's a really good paper pack. And then just the happy birthday on the inside. So there's that one. And then I'll bring both of the, I like the Bermuda Bay bird better than the Pacific Point. What do you guys think? And then there is our fun fold that we did tonight. Easy peasy. Okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, so we're coming down to the end of the month. I will be on YouTube, my YouTube channel tomorrow night. Yes, Connie, please do. I'll be on YouTube tomorrow night at 8 with a fabulous card using the daffodils. So you definitely want to come check that out. And don't forget, there's still time to put your order in to earn the Just Cards this month. And there are still 2 kits only left for my Easter class to go. This is so cute. You will love, love, love having this. And it's going to go together really quickly. So if you're worried that it's too close to Easter for you to tackle something, no, because everything's going to be done for you with the exception of stamping those images and cutting them out and then mounting everything and putting your rhinestones on. Okay. All right. Let me know. $28 plus shipping if you're long distance, and it includes everything, the frame, all the pieces are die cut, etc., plus the rhinestones, the So Saffron blends, unless you want a different color, and the sheets of dimensionals. All right, guys. Hey, thank you so much for hanging out with me on your Sunday night. I appreciate that you were willing to spend your time with me, and I love sharing my love of stamping with all of you. Have a fabulous night, and come check me out tomorrow night at 8 on my YouTube channel. Otherwise, I'll see you Thursday morning at 10 for coffee and cards. And if you are invited to the celebration after party, you would have gotten an invite in your email. Make sure to look for that. That is Tuesday night at 8, and you don't want to miss that either. We have lots of fun projects. All right, guys, take care. Talk to you soon. Bye.